Hey guys, Lieutenant Marine here with another video today talking about 0313s, which are LAV Crewmen. These guys are the ones that you see driving around in those 8-wheeled vehicles. I mean, they're called LAVs, which stands for Light Armored Vehicle. And these are the bad boys that can that generally can go in a bit of water. You're not going to see, as far as I know, they're not, you can't really take them out into the ocean. If there's any LAV guys watching this, please correct me if I'm wrong. But they can go through water, they can cross rivers, stuff like that. Let's see. They're light armored, which means I can't find, I've been looking to try to find how thick the armor is on them. I mean, they're not insane. Generally, they'll protect you against AK fire for the most part. But, you know, if an RPG hits one of these things, then you're in bad shape. Unlike a tank. Tanks can generally take RPG hits, you know, but these guys cannot for the most part. They have a crew of 3 each LAV, and if you don't know what an LAV looks like, just Google it. Just capital LAV. Just one word, and a ton of pictures will pop up. They're 8-wheel rather. They have a 25mm Bushmaster cannon, which is the main gun for this vehicle, and that thing will fuck your shit up. Trust me on that one. It'll destroy your life. It also has two 240s, which are 7.62, and the 240s will also ruin your afternoon. Those are great weapons. So these things pack a lot of power for being a pretty small vehicle. I mean, the crew is only 3. You have the driver, the gunner, and then the commander. And then they can hold up to 4 passengers with combat gear. A buddy of mine did this. He was one of the first Marines to be actually wounded. One of the first of the entire war, I think, of any service members when the war in Iraq first kicked off back in 2003. Because it hit off in March 20th, I believe, and he was wounded and sent out of country on the 21st, I think, maybe the 22nd. His vehicle was hit by something. They still don't know what, but it hit it and it killed almost everybody in the vehicle but him. I want to say one other person lived, but he got fucked up pretty good, and then, you know, shrapnel and some burns and stuff from the LAV catching on fire. And then when he got out and he was trying to run to cover, some dickhead insurgent shot him in the it was in the leg. I think it was in the leg. And so, I mean, you can get hurt in these things, but they, you know, unless you're going to get hit by something really big, you'll be pretty safe in them. But LAV crewmen, as far as I know, like their job. The LAVs do require a fair amount of upkeep to keep them running. There's a lot of maintenance you need to do on them, especially since some of them are getting kind of old. The Marine Corps is trying to keep up to date with them, but they are expensive to replace. About the MOS itself, you're going to go to school. Where is the school? Does it say? Well, first you have to go to ITB. You graduate boot camp, obviously, and then you go to ITB, which, if you're on the West Coast, is school. Sorry, on the West Coast it's Camp Pendleton. On the East Coast it's Camp Geiger, I believe, which is in North Carolina. Trying to find where the actual. I want to say it's in Camp Pendleton for the school. Why can't I find this? I can't find it. I want to say it's in Pendleton, but if anyone knows, please correct me on that. So I mean, so you go to ITB, and then you rock the MOS school, which I really don't know how long that is either, but I imagine it's a month, maybe 2. Once you've done that, though, then you'll be sent to to your duty station, but you must qualify as a 4th class swimmer, which I think you have to do to graduate boot camp anyway. Swimming, 4th class swimming is basically fucking being able to stay afloat. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but they have it as a requirement because you may have to cross rivers to do this, to do that, and you need to be able to, if your vehicle gets hit in the water and it's dead in the water and you need to get out, you have to know how to swim. And so they require you to be able, at the very least, be able to float. I mean, that's a pretty easy thing to do, especially if you just practice a little bit. You can have a vision as bad as 2200, but it must be correctable to 2020, either through contacts or glasses. Most probably glasses is a preferred, simply because contacts are difficult to get, to upkeep out in the field. You got to pass a driving record, which because obviously you're going to be driving it. I think the way it works on these is your first job when you get in is the driver, and then as you move up, you'll be the gunner, and then from there, you can move into being the commander, which I don't know if the commander is an officer. I don't think it is. It's probably just a sergeant or maybe a staff sergeant. But, yeah. But either way, you can move up into those roles later. But yeah, I mean, it's cool MOS. I've seen these guys. Those dudes fuck some shit up. We had some insurgents that fired on some of these guys that were operating in our AO, our area of operations. They were just doing their thing, and these guys were in an open-backed pickup truck, just like a white Toyota, basically, with no armor, nothing at it. But they started shooting at one of these with their AKs, and the grunts in the LAV is like, okay, well, fuck you. And they turned their Bushmaster onto it and just fucking shredded that entire truck. Killed all 4 or 5 guys in the truck. So, bad decision making on the bad guys' part there. But yeah, alright guys, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, hit me up. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.